Hello all and welcome to this Brandy review. It is Friday afternoon, Friday afternoon, and I am filled with trepidation. I have here this. Now I usually review beers. I haven't reviewed any hard liquor for a while because reasons, mostly health reasons. Basically, beer doesn't upset my stomach as much as hard liquor does. I received this as a gift from my father. He gave me a box filled with beers, which I should probably just go and grab right here, but from Kizakuda Brewing Company. But these are all beers that I've reviewed within like the past 2 years, so I probably won't be reviewing them again. This one, if you remember correctly, is the one that looks like cloudy antifreeze. But yeah, so he filled it up with a couple of hard liquors, and some of them are ones that I love and enjoy. And this is the one I actually reviewed. This is a plastic bottle, by the way. It's E&J VSOP, very special reserve brandy. It's made by the same people who make Barefoot wines out of California. Though I believe the brand is a lot older than that. I've never had this before. This cost maybe about $2 at like the counter of a liquor store. So yeah, I'm a little bit scared. My heart is filled with trepidation. Well, 40% ABV, in other words, 80 proof. And let's just get to this, guys. I'm pouring it into, of course, the brandy glass. Because I have one, why wouldn't I? So my dad gave me this one because he was like, well, you reviewed everything else that I could find. So I just went and picked up something that I know you haven't reviewed. This being it. Now, I love a good, cognac and Armagnac, but I've never really had a California brandy. See here? Kind of amber yellow. Now, according to the rules, this has to be aged for several years. Looks like there's caramel coloring added. And the legging is fairly thin. Okay. Let's go and inhale the aroma. There's some pleasant ones. There's some pleasant notes in there, but the dominant note is of ethanol. Yeah, I'm having trouble getting. So I can smell that there's like some, lighter notes in there, more attractive notes, but the alcohol is up front and center and it's just slapping me up the face, or nose, as it were. So some vanilla, something that smells vaguely in between bubblegum and juicy fruit. Juicy fruit being the type of gum, but it's different from bubblegum kind of smell. Ooh, possibly figs or dates. But like I said, very powerful smell of alcohol. Kind of feels like if the brandy glass wasn't a very smart choice. It's, you know, warming it up with my hands like this, just putting off way too much alcohol. Okay, so vanilla, kind of juicy fruit, bubblegum, dates. Yeah, okay. Onto the palate now, shall we? Mind you, I haven't drank hard liquor in like 6 months, so it's going to be a rough reintroduction. That's some fire there. So primary note is of alcohol heat, burning from the tip of the tongue all the way down to the gut. Um, some some bubblegum up front, peach. Peach rises into the top note along with a whole bunch of alcohol. Um, sort of a sourness in the mids. Coats your tongue, and a long-lasting kind of bitter aftertaste. Sort of like if you had that oaken sort of flavor, but you remove the oak and just left the tannins. Ooh. I think I crossed my eyes there for a moment. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa, Nelly. Ooh. Yeah, so I don't really review hard liquors all that much anymore. Um, my stomach's been, for like the past year or so, my stomach's been giving me like some serious troubles. About the heaviest thing I can handle is like a lighter kind of wine. So I mostly drink beers, obviously. kind of lose your you kind of lose your ability to handle alcohol. But like I said, this is a rough reintroduction back into hard liquor. Ooh, yeah. So I have to go and say like 80% of the flavor and aroma of this is of alcohol. It's very hot, very biting on the tongue. There's some sweetness and fruitiness there. There's not too much of those solvent-like notes. There is kind of a bitter aftertaste, though. Um, I wouldn't know what you would use this for. Maybe like a cocktail. I don't know. I don't drink cocktails all that often. Basically, only when I go to a bar or a restaurant. And, even then it's usually just one, and I usually have like an old fashioned or a Tom Collins or a Negroni or something. You know, I'm not really going all out there and asking for those, you know, fashionable drinks. I just want something solid that I know is good. So I don't really have any brandy cocktails that I drink. In fact, I can't even remember. Well, I guess eggnog has brandy in it, so you know, there's that. Yeah, that aftertaste is really something. Ugh. So E&J VSOP Superior Reserve Brandy. Would I recommend it? It's a plastic bottle. If you're the kind of person who enjoys liquor that comes in plastic bottles, more power to you, and also more money to you because it's an extremely cheap way to drink. Um, I don't know how your system handles it. Excuse me. But yeah, this is a one and done. I will probably never ever drink this again. I will indefinitely. So what do you say, folks? Do you want me to go? So this is the one that I haven't reviewed for quite some time. I think it's been about 4 or 5 years since I've reviewed Maker's Mark. You guys want me to go and review it again? Like I said, I haven't been drinking whiskey, so my benchmarks are all off. But I'm willing to go and look into it. Leave a comment below if you want me to go and review that Maker's Mark. But I do have some other things to review that are also hard liquors of a sort and much, much, much more high quality. I'm kind of excited to be reviewing them. Yeah, but I don't want to give away the surprise just yet. I'll just start with something, I guess, reacquaint my palate, as it were, with hard liquor. Um, and yeah, that's the next few reviews are going to be that. And I'm planning on, you know, having a pumpkin ale after this, and maybe a golden ale with dinner, and that's gonna call it a night right there. And yeah, that is your brandy review in a plastic bottle for tonight, folks. Cheers.